The Cowboys. Ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So North Texas offense will go on the attack first. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. The run inside. It's Coleman. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run play.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They want to throw it. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, North Texas. Put 6 on the board.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Cowboys offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down. And dude chose to run out of bounds.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
The short hands. It's Martin. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. On the move at the 30. It's a seam wide open, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mean Green.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he made the extra point without problem.
14, Wyoming, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll move the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He goes right back to the air. Middle of the field, Coleman's got it. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Coleman. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football.
Makes the grab in their space. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And that's not what this defense was hoping for, man. They got to find a way to get the ball back to their offense. They've already dug themselves a hole, and now 3 plays, 3 first downs. Man, they've got to find some answers. Got to get some pressure on the QB. Find a way to force a turnover or 2 to get back in this football game.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
Unloads quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Caught, and he will score. Touchdown, North Texas. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he coughs it up inside the 20. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to that.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Hit as he throws. He can't make the catch, had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's going to get loose. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking to throw again. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll send out the kicker here. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the returner will be dragged down. Wyoming's offense heads out to get this drive started. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Pressure coming. And the missed connection on third down. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Turns it on at midfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Snagged out of the air. North Texas in the hurry-up. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Gonna run it. It's Coleman. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. North Texas now has a ton of work to do here on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field.
Touchdown, Mean Green. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
31, Wyoming, 0.
He'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Offense gets set for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
The Cowboys send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, North Texas. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Coleman open on the right.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the number 21 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's BYU who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course, so how they handle things from here will define this program. Now back to your game in Laramie. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the highest elevation in all of college football, War Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan.
Turning it on. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking to fire. Over the middle, complete to Coleman. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Looks as if we have an injured Cowboy on the play. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. To the ground to try to move the chains. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Cowboys are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. On the left side, here's Coleman. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Throws for the tight end. Fires it incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes a catch. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, going to the air. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's their freshman quarterback who was injured on the play. As they attend to him, Holly will keep an eye on things for us. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Stepping to the right. It's complete. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. North Texas doing business from the red zone. Got his man. Touchdown, Mean Green. A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action. Complete out left to Wilson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air on first down. Lions on the move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying the left side. There's a crease. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He's going to look for a man on third and short. That's caught. It's Moore. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. The play action fake. They get to him as he throws. Complete to the right. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the... The big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Number 24, set to kick it away.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. The run inside. It's Alexander. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alexander.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They go right back to him. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short game. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand.
Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down? After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. It'll be 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening